guys, let's continue with the Sephora VIB haul that we started from the previous video. Sheri kind of went a little bit overboard and I picked up like 3 new foundations. No. 3 new foundations was not necessary. It was definitely not a need. Probably wasn't even a want. Like, this is excessive because I have too many foundations. But yeah, I picked up 3, and this is 3 out of many that I had, in my loves list again. But I edited down and I convinced myself, if I want to pick them up, now is the time to pick it up because of the discount. So yeah. So the first one I will talk about is this one, which is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. That's a mouthful. And the shade that I picked up is 4W1 Maple. This is what it looks like. Really lovely packaging. It's a glass bottle. The cap has a kind of brown and black zebra print, zebra stripe kind of pattern on it. And when I got this, I was like, oh gosh, Sheri, you didn't get the right shade. Because when I just put this on my skin, it is a little bit too light. But from the time I buff it in and I powder, it works. It works for me. If I am going to repurchase this, I will try 1 shade deeper just to see how that looks. But I think this is probably going to be a really good shade for NC44 in MAC, and I am between NC44 and NC45. This, when they said it's Flawless Fusion, they didn't lie. This is full coverage. And it is definitely long wearing. If you want or you like that makeup-y look, like you want everybody to know you're wearing foundation, that's the look that you're gonna get. This is like a glam foundation. You're going to some fancy event or something like that and you want to cover up everything. This will definitely work. The second one this one is probably going to be a little bit blinding, but this is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. And by the way, the Laura Mercier foundation was 1 ounce and it's $48 US. The Jouer is not a full ounce that we are accustomed to. It's 0.68 fluid ounces, so it's just about 70% of what you'll get in a regular sized foundation. And you can see the size of the bottle, compared to what a regular foundation may look like. And this one is $38 US. The name of this one is the Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. And it says that it has hyaluronic acid, and for those of you who follow me, I talk about hyaluronic acid. It attracts moisture to your skin, but it's also a matte foundation and it's oil free, so oily skins can use this as well. But because of that component of the hyaluronic acid, I'm guessing that they are saying that other skin types who are not necessarily oily could also use this foundation. I got the shade Caramel. It's a great match for me, and this is the thing about this foundation. Oh, by the way, they come with pumps. Beautiful packaging. The thing about this and why they only put 0.68 fluid ounces is because when I tell you, you need a tiny drop. This is not you're taking this foundation and you're pumping on your hand like how you will usually do, to get enough product to apply to your face. You're not even pump it out the amount that you would think is, your regular standard amount of foundation. You're literally taking the smallest amount of this foundation. This here is ultimate coverage. With the smallest amount, you are going to go to full coverage from 0 to 5 seconds real quick. And you see it says a cream foundation. Although it's in a bottle, the way a liquid foundation would be, when you put it on your skin and you start to move it around the brush, you get that feeling of how a cream foundation will go on, but it blends great. And don't get fooled by that whole cream foundation concept that it's going to leave your skin looking very, very oily. No, it dries down completely matte. It sets really well. It's also long wearing, and this is another one that I'm going to continue to wear to try out and probably do like some wear tests before I give you all my final thoughts on it. But both the Laura Mercier and the Jouer I've been happy about. I don't regret those purchases at all. And we've come to the end of the video because I'm going to talk about the last product. I hope I didn't leave anything out. Yeah, the last product. And this is giving my favorite foundation, which is Lancome Tinted All, a run for its money. And this is, I've spoken about it so much because I couldn't hold back my thoughts and feelings on this. So I've been talking about it and posting about it on several forums and groups and on my page and so on. And it's the Dior Backstage Face Somebody foundation. And I picked up at first, in my first purchase, the 4.5N. This was not something that I was going to pick up. I didn't have this in my loves list. I had the Laura and the Jouer in my loves list. And then one of my friends got it, like somebody picked it up for her abroad and she got it, and then she messaged me and she said, Sheri, like, you definitely need to try this foundation, you would love it. And she always gives me great recommendations when it comes to high-end products. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna get this. So I picked up 4.5N. I'll just mention the shade and talk about why I have another one. Yeah, I love it that much, but I'll tell you why. 4.5N could work for me. It's slightly too dark, but one of the things I love about this foundation is that although it was slightly too dark, from the time you put it on, I don't know if it's some kind of magic or something in this thing, like it self adjusts and it works. But I love the formula so much, I decided I'm going to pick up another shade. So I picked up the 4 Warm Olive shade to see if that would be closer. This one is a little too light, so that's perfect because mixed together, these two give me my perfect shade. So I'm almost sure now that the 4.0N, the neutral shade, would be my perfect match. And that's fine. I have no problem having the two. For this is Dior, which I expected to be way more expensive. You are getting a full ounce in this. And it's $40 for Dior. Like the Lancome $20 is almost 50 US. So this is cheaper. This is what the bottle looks like. It's a plastic bottle, and it's recommended actually by Dior for makeup artists. They say they use it a lot on sets. Makeup artists use it a lot for performances and photo shoots and that kind of thing. So it's a plastic bottle. So that's, I guess, one of the ways that they were able to save money on this. It's not glass. It has a silver cap. It's a squeezy bottle, which is fine. Great for travel because it's not going to break, which I love. And before I sing all the praises of this foundation, I will show you my 2 cons of this foundation, the only 2 things I don't like about it. One is the packaging. And I have to be very careful when I take this off. Now, it is this squeezy bottle. It's not a pump. The problem with this is that almost every single time when I open it, like, some will spill out. I have to be very, very careful. I mean, it doesn't spill for me to lose product. It spills so that I can, like, use what spills out of it. But this is how the cap is. Like, it's constantly getting extra product in there. So then when I have to cover it back, I have to be careful. So that's one con. And the second thing is that this foundation has a strong fragrance. It's a very floral, perfumey smell. So if you are not into fragrances or you don't like fragrance products, I'm not going to recommend that you try this. However, Dior recommends this for all skin types, including sensitive. I didn't understand that. I really didn't understand that because usually people with sensitive skin have issues with fragrance products. But yeah, they said you can use it. If you want to take their recommendation and try, fine. I'm just letting you know that has a strong perfumey scent. That's where the bad stuff about this thing ends. I personally have no problem with the fragrance, by the way. I love it, how it smells going on, and the scent doesn't last very long. So it doesn't give me a headache or anything, and some scents do that for me. But this foundation, performance. Like, politicians need to take a page out of this foundation, seriously. I really didn't know what to go in, what to expect with this foundation, but my goodness. So let me tell you why I love this foundation. Number one, it is buildable coverage. When you put it on, you're not going to get high coverage immediately. You will get like a medium coverage, but easily with 2 layers, 2.5 layers, you could go to really full glam, full coverage with this. I love that because you can control the type of look you want with one foundation. That's number one. Number two, the finish of it. It looks so skin-like. It just makes you look as though you've been taking care of your skin for the last 20 years using the most high-end skincare products, like the best researched ingredients, and your skin just looks like the best version of you. I love that. It doesn't look makeup-y like the Laura Mercier would. It really just enhances your skin, whether you are doing a lighter coverage or you're going full coverage. I love that about it. Number three, this thing lasts. Like, did they make a claim I can't remember if they make a claim as some foundations will say that it's gonna last like 24 hours, whatever, like like the Lancome. I'm not sure if they made a claim. I don't have it in front of me here, but it really, really lasts long, and most importantly, it lasts in Trinidad heat and humidity. Now, one of the claims of this foundation is that it is waterproof and sweatproof. I have not gone in the beach or the pool with this, and frankly, if I'm going to the beach or the pool, I wouldn't really have on makeup to try to figure out if it's waterproof. But I will try to probably insert some photos. But I decided to take some photos during one of the times that I wore this to show you all. When I sing at church especially, I expend a lot of energy. And on Olia's night, I wasn't even leading the singing. I was just backing up. And if you see my face when we were done singing for like half an hour, so I made sure I took photos of my skin. You could see all the sweat on my skin, all the beads of water even rolling down on my lips. And all I did is I just allow myself to cool down a little bit. I took a tissue, just tap off the excess. In general, I just literally leave it to evaporate off my skin. And then I took another picture at the end of the night, which was like even 4 hours later. I never had to touch up that foundation, not with a sponge, not with a brush, not with powder, nothing. And if you saw my face 4 hours after that, 2 hours, 3 hours after that, you would never believe that I just had that sweat down. Literally, the foundation stays perfect and sweat does not move it. And there are times when I've walked off the stage and I'm like in the mirror and I'm horrified because you have like the streaks where the sweat runs. You're going to see those streaks on your foundation, or the foundation started to separate and you have a whole set of mess around your mouth, and I can not with this. So whenever I'm going to be on stage now, my people, when I have to sing, when I have to speak, present at conferences, whatever, I will be wearing my Dior because I know it is going to hold up. And that for me took this foundation from just being, a beautiful foundation to definitely being a cut above the rest. I wore it on Christmas Day for a family get together, and our humidity, how hot it is. And by the time I got home at night, and this is after wearing the foundation like 12, 14 hours, can't believe how good this thing holds up, especially in our climate. So if you are looking for a new high-end foundation and you could try to match yourself, because I usually guess my matches, if you can match yourself, pick it up. You're not going to regret it. For the price, bomb. The performance, fantastic. And by the way, you all know that I have oily skin, and this, I really and truly, I have no idea how they've done it, because they also recommend this for all skin types. All skin types. I really don't know. It says that it's a custom build foundation with a natural glow finish, and that's the thing about looking skin-like and so on. But at the same time, I don't find that I get like any extra oiliness or anything like that as the foundation wears. Like, seriously, magic in a bottle. And then on top of my primer, phenomenal. Like, seriously, if you take nothing else from this video, put that Dior Face and Body Backstage foundation on your list. I think while I loved everything that I purchased, I don't regret anything from this Sephora haul. That was definitely my standout product. So yeah, did you guys participate in the sale? What did you pick up? Were there any repurchases? And you all realized that Sheri bought absolutely no skincare. Like, wow. Yeah, I bought no skincare in this sale, but that's it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I have a couple things coming up, including another huge haul of things that I bought for myself at the end of the year during all the crazy online sales, and maybe some of the other stuff from Sephora. We have the Andalou vitamin C kit review coming up soon, and a couple other things. So guys, stay tuned. I wish you all so very best for 2019. Health, strength, prosperity, success in all your endeavors, and may God continue to bless us all. Bye.